Here's 5.
Oh my god, I need hours long. Yeah, I mean, it's... I'm gonna... Let's... Working. Oh, someone said hello. Okay, can you... Hey, okay, people... Nice, okay. It seems to be working. Ooh. Like a... Wow, okay. You are so far behind me. Recommend... How does it sound? Tell me how it sounds? Oh, okay, that seems... I'm just gonna... Channel... I hate doing this. How does the volume sound for you? Okay? Live comment. Is the volume good? Thanks, the cockatoo... Oh, wait. Giant bar. It could be a bit louder on the... Okay, I made it. Try that. What's that? Can you do an artificer? Oh, we're gonna get it. Wow, oh man, people... I'm kind of cutting down. Audio goes up. I can just move closer. Yeah, I don't do many. Yeah. Can I do an artificer? Yeah, I'll do an artificer. Okay. Okay, audio's fine. I might be cutting in and out. I'm not good at stream. I've no experience with it whatsoever. So, it's still too loud. Okay, that's as quiet as I can get. Maybe it's because you guys are behind me so much. Okay, I'm just gonna assume that the music's fine. God, this is a bad start. I think I'm like way ahead of... Let's go back onto... Face reveal. Yeah, this is what I actually look like. Ba-boom. That's cool. Okay, that's great. Oh, thanks so much, Kat. Sorry you can't stay for long. Thanks everyone for being here. Sent out the message. Discord. Okay, yeah, I'm doing it. Why am I doing now? Because I am really ill. And I thought, it's a Sunday evening. It's a Sunday evening. I feel terrible. And I just did not want to work on anything else. And, I also did not like the idea of not working. I've got a lot to do. I figured rather than just rather than just lying in bed and feeling terrible, I thought I'd hop on stream, hang out with, because why not, right? Because that would be fun. Which it is. I'm already having a great time and I feel way better. But yeah, I'm sick and I don't want to do. So I came on here. But it's awesome to. So there's so many messages. I'll hop across. So the idea I had was, we're gonna go through on here. Yeah, we're gonna go through Mordenkainen's, and we're gonna take a look at each race, and we're gonna try and come up with a. Hey, Dommy's here. Nice. We're gonna. Nice. That guy's a leg. Absolutely. How do I mods? I don't know. I'm so like garbage at this. Yeah, I thought we'd go through all of the Mordenkainen's races and try and come up with at least an idea for each. Or at least most of them. Because some of them have more than others. You can kind of see what. And maybe if we don't come up with a great. Have them have. I don't think it's the Rona, no. Just general sickness. So. Yeah, so we can just hang out for a little bit. The music we've got is Poker and Chill by Game Chops. Doing a great job with the music. And most of the... Yeah, I did not clean the room. The plan for right now is going through and just kind of chatting and hanging. That's there's a lot of is the audio still dropping out? I don't know how to help that. It shouldn't be. That's probably my garbage instinct rather than my check audio. Hang on a sec. Wait, have I screwed this? Is that better on audio? Wait. I know what I was doing. Copy. See, this is what's good. This is why these never go live. Okay, that should be better for audio. Okay. I think that's better. This is why it's good. This is why I need you. I bought more than... Some of your words cut out. Okay. Seems like it cuts when I don't speak loud enough. Right, there's probably some kind of weird... Wait a second. Snowball. Oh, man. Is the audio garbage? I might be trying to use my terrible webcam. Okay, I don't know, man. It sounds good here. Okay, I'm just going to shout and hope that works. I'm in the house alone tonight anyway. Not pissing it off. So I'm just going to yell everything. Audio's good. Okay. I probably should. Oh, you guys can't see that. We'll close that. What's cracking, my friends? Be loud. Okay. Yeah, we'll start. Okay, things to talk about. First of all, shout-outs to great D&D YouTubers. Okay, yeah. Shout-outs to great YouTube. Okay. People I really like that you guys should check out. XP to level 3 is awesome. Ibashu is awesome. Offbeat Outlaw is awesome. Okay, good. I don't know. People keep telling me because I'm way ahead of chat. So let me know if okay, yeah. Seems to be cutting out. Right, that's fine. I've got no idea how to mess around with it. I will try before we keep going. Device, sync offset, audio monitoring. I'm just gonna yell. I'm literally just gonna yell the whole time and screw my voice up even more. Just bring the same energy. Joe Cat, yeah, Joe Cat's awesome too. We're just gonna go down the list. Aiden is amazing. Aiden does these like written shorts. Should be way bigger than he is. And a lovely guy too. Steely Sam is the king of the shorts feed, as I'm sure you know. That's supposed to be me. But Steely Sam is absolutely. Talking 20 is amazing. Who else we got? Pointy Hat, brand new one. Pointy Hat is really good, brand new channel. I think he's only made like 8 videos. And I think it's just him and an editor. I can't remember their name. This guy's fantastic, so definitely worth checking out. Monkey DM is obviously awesome and a good friend. Also a great shorts guy. And he's got a book coming out soon that you all should check out. Blaine Simple is great, obviously. Joe Cat is probably the biggest who isn't Critical Role. Doesn't really do YouTube anymore, but he's amazing. So definitely check him out. I need to keep remembering to shout. Jeannie D's really good. Lots of DM advice. I really like her ads. I get a lot of inspiration with my ads. From her ads, because her ads are really good. Man Shorts are amazing. Nerd Immersion's amazing. Obviously. Oh, about to say 100k as well. Congratulations. And Jesse Jackdaw is amazing. Total legend. I think that's every main person. Oh, there's a few others like Mr. X. Rob Goblin's really good. The DM Layer's really good. Matthew Colville, obviously. There's some that I haven't subscribed to, but I still watch. But anyway, I just wanted to give those guys a shout out because they're amazing. And we've been lucky. But there's still lots of people that we haven't that I haven't discovered. I don't get enough time to watch D&D YouTube because I make content all the time. I don't get to watch nearly enough. So, but you know, if anyone, I hope I got. Okay, good. Last time I streamed, someone sent me Crit Crab's good. Yeah, Crit Crab. I don't really watch any of those D&D horror stories. I don't really watch it. Puffin Forest is great too. But and One Shot Questers is amazing. Yeah, obviously, One Shot Questers. I've never played RuneScape in my life, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm gonna be shouting all day. Okay, no. Anyway, we gotta get back to this. This is the problem. I work ages on my scripts because I tend to ramble. So I'm cutting down my scripts all the time to just get to the facts. And when you let me loose on a live stream, I'm just gonna talk about like fucking nothing for ages, and that's just how it's gonna be. If it gets boring, just let me know. Feel free to leave. Okay, we've done shoutouts to great YouTubers, but I'll keep touching back on that. I'm sure I missed some really good ones. 1 year milestone. We got to 1 year on the channel. Yay! That was crazy. Thanks very much, everyone who supported me anytime across that year. That was good. Next. That's all I have to say. It was a good year. Hopefully I'll still be going in another year. On a Nat 1, you shave the beard. You don't want to see me without a beard. Why no mobile games? I just wanted to touch on this because people sometimes ask me, or it's like a bit of a meme, to be sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Fuck no. Because I don't play them and I don't like them. And I've had requests. Raid Shadow Legends get in contact like every other week to ask me to sponsor. But their requirements for a sponsorship are insane. They what's the word? They want you to like lie. They just want you to blatantly lie about playing. And I just won't do that. I know it would be funny to do a Raid Shadow Legends ad. It would be a good meme. But no. It's like I'm not gonna do it. I don't like the game. I don't play the game. I don't know about the game. And yeah. Great music. I've already said the music is pokey and chill. Okay, and that's it. That's everything. Now we can get on to the yeah, I turn down Raid like every week, Dommy. Because yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why they want me even. Because like I don't play the game. I want to promote stuff that I would actually use or like. So that's, no. If anyone does a Raid, no cap on any YouTuber that does Raid Shadow Legends because you got to get paid. But I'm not doing them. I don't think I'll do any mobile games. But that's why. I know, but like I do understand that it's a funny meme. And I would do it for the joke, but unless there's a mobile game that I ever actually play, I'll never do it. Okay, combos. It's this. Okay. Oh, you know what I should have done? Shameless. Oh. You should all subscribe on Patreon if you want to support the channel. Because there's Patreon only videos. Patreon only videos starting very soon. So yeah, hop on Patreon if you want to support the channel and get some awesome stuff. Dingo Doodles is amazing too. I actually chatted to Dingo Doodles the other week. She's awesome. Really cool. And Pack Tactics. Yeah, I've chatted to Pack Tactics a bit as well. Pack Tactics is... there's so many. There's so many. It's such a good community. It's so nice to be a part of it. Even in like the tiny pathetic way that I'm not really a part of. But you know, like even in my tiny way on our little channel, it's cool to be with all these actual D&D superheroes. Make the plug text bigger. Yep, you're right. Right. What am I doing? This is terrible. I should be so much better. There we go. Okay, it's linked in the description if anyone wants to. Don't support the channel if you can't afford, obviously. Take care of yourself before you take care of anyone on YouTube. But if you want to, if you can afford a coffee a month, you can support that. And they're right. Stay on target. Yeah. Okay, here we go. This is Mordenkainen's Monsters of the Multiverse. If you like it, you should get it. But I'm going to be working my way through it, and we're going to talk about it anyway. So this is free promo for Wizards of the Coast, so they can't get angry with me about sharing their... Okay, Aarakocra. I talked about these recently because they got, what's the word? Nerfed. They got nerfed pretty badly because, the broken part about Aarakocra was not that they could fly. It was that they could fly 50 feet a turn. 50 feet movement is just crazy. That's why it's so insane. That's what's crazy about them. So let's actually go through and work out what's... I'll see if I can remember what's changed, but I'm pretty sure... So Aarakocra traits. You are... Goddamn. You are a humanoid. Your size is medium. Your walking speed is 30 feet. It used to be 25. That's good. Because of your wings, you now have a flying speed equal to your walking speed. You can't use this flying speed if you're wearing medium or heavy armor. Okay, so... there's only one race to my mind that lets you fly in medium armor, and that is the Winged Tiefling, which isn't in this book anyway. But that for that reason, that is now the best flying race. Talons. Okay, this is good. Talons. When you do unarmed strikes, you deal 1d6 plus strength slashing instead of bludgeoning for a normal unarmed strike. So this is great for monks because monks start at 1d4, which is kind of a low damage dice, whereas now it's 1d6. And the monk says you can use... Some monks say they can use wisdom instead of dex, instead of strength. I'm pretty sure your DMs will let you use 1d6 plus dex modifier as a monk, so that's really, really... Yeah, I like that. I like that about it. It's, I genuinely think that's the kind of buff that a monk needs. It's just... I think the reason why monks get a bad rap is because they're weak at the beginning of the game, which is where most people play the game. So even though like a level 11 monk is actually really good, a level 2 monk kind of feels underpowered because your damage die is so low and you've got so few points that it feels like you're always compromising. This is nice though, giving you like the 1d6. That makes a difference. That means you're now hitting as hard as a fighter with a greatsword. Well, more, because you're doing 2d6 with your martial arts a turn. So that's a lot better. Windcaller. Okay, this is the main new thing. So starting at 3rd level, you can cast Gust of Wind without requiring a material component. Then you can only do that once per long rest. Then you can also cast the spell using any spell slots at 2nd level. So if we were going to come up with a combo for Aarakocra, it would basically either need to be around Talons or... Let's actually find ourselves. What is Gust of Wind? Gust of Wind. Okay. So 60 feet. A line of strong wind, 60 feet long, 10 feet wide, blasts from you in a direction you choose for the spell's duration. Each creature that starts its turn in the line must succeed on a strength saving throw, be pushed 15. Okay. And it must use 2 feet for every 1 foot of movement it moves closer. Okay, so here's the combo. Here's the combo. This is what I see. Aarakocra. Combo. What we have is 15 feet of forced movement that then forces an enemy to expend double movement to move through it. So, I reckon this is Aarakocra Spike Growth combo. And what you would do is you'd Spike Growth. So that's like a Spike Growth. Spike growth. You're gonna set up a load of spikes, and then you're gonna gust push people through them, and you get them 15 feet. So that's 64 piercing damage. Does it become, and it becomes difficult terrain? Oh yeah. Okay, so right, it's 64 piercing damage. Here we go. 60 push back 15 feet. Back 15. And then they get 60 piercing. Plus half movement to escape. Oh wow, okay. Thanks Ollie T for the 449. That's amazing. I really love doing a road bard multi-class as a jester. Yeah, okay, yeah. If anyone, yeah, okay, Ollie T, we'll change tactic and we'll do that next. If anyone gives money, I will do your combo. Okay, pushed back 15 feet, 64 piercing damage. We'll just finish this one first. So let's work this out. There's half movement twist. So the way you want this to work is you want to be in a hallway. It will work best in a hallway where they can't run off to the sides. So basically, they have to come towards you. So you're okay. This is concentrate, but this. Okay, so you need to do this right. You need to do this with a with another druid plus Aarakocra. So you need a druid friend to set up the spike growth, or a genie lock warlock, and then you're gonna set up spikes behind your enemy. You do your bird scream at them. They get pushed 15 foot back. They take 64 piercing damage, and then they have to use 2 feet of movement for every 1 foot they move closer to you. So they can only come forward, which means that they're going to be so they're 15 foot back. They've got to use double movement to come, so they get 30 feet. So at the moment, if they used all their movement, they could escape. So normal movement, escape, another 64. But because, right, because of difficult terrain, it's also halved. So they're actually locked in the spike growth. And they can only move, if they're 30 feet, they can move, so they have to use essentially 4 feet to move 1 foot. So 20 feet to move 5 foot. So they can only move 5 foot a turn. Okay, so they can. I'd have to check that math. They're gonna move 5 foot a turn. Okay, so you essentially this is a combo to basically lock people in spike growth, and then you can maybe if you were a warlock, Aarakocra, maybe with what's it called? Repelling Blast. Basically, it's a lockdown inside the... Oh, thanks so much, Chris Jacobs. You're a legend. Thanks for the $5, man. That's so cool. Thank you so much. Okay, I think that's a good enough combo. There's something there. This is how I make them. People always ask, how do you make combos? Dungeon Dad. Oh my god, I forgot about Dungeon Dad. Total legend. I was going to try and appear in one of his videos, but I just ran out of time. We just ran out of time, but I've got to work on that. I'll show you guys. I really like Dungeon Dad, and the problem... Dungeon Dad got really screwed over by YouTube, because he made this, like, amazing video, Monster of the Week, like, this fall title. This had, like, 300,000 views. This was crazy. Like, blowing up like crazy. And then it got taken down because of, like, an ad. Like some bullshit happened, and it got taken down for copyright strike, even though, obviously, there was no copyright strike. Sleepy Gone, I've just seen your message. I will get to you. So he had to re-upload it, and now it's only got 40,000 views, which is still amazing. That's amazing for a channel with only 32,000 subscribers. But it's just not, like, he would have been so much bigger as a YouTuber. Like, it would have taken him all the way, and now he's got to kind of do it manually. So if anyone can go see Dungeon Dad, check them out. They're amazing, and they're also a lovely person. So it's nice to support, but support all D&D. Okay, so we've got some combos that we got to do. Okay, so let's work this out. We've got Rogue Bard multi-class as a Jester. Okay, Rogue Bard. So let's think about it. Rogue Bard. How the hell are we gonna do this? So the Rogue Bard is like definitely flavorful. There's a little bit of crossover there, I think, because of you get like the expertise. I think what I would be doing if I was a Rogue Bard is I would be going full on like skill monkey. I'd be like, let's try and do everything. Let's take a look at Rogue get expertise at level Rogue get expertise at level 1 and level 6, and Bard get expert at level 3 and level 10. Okay, so I think this is what you do. I think okay, so this is for Ollie T. Ollie T, this is how I would go about for your build. What I would do is go Bard 3, Rogue the rest 17, right? And aim for Rogue 11, because at 11th level you get reliable talent. Okay, so whenever you make any ability check where you add proficiency, you treat a d20 on a roll of 9 or lower as a 10. So you can't get a lower than a 10. But by this point, you'll have expertise in things. I think. Is it expert or is it 2 things? Yeah, 2 of your skill proficiencies. Oh my god. So okay, at this point you have expertise in where does it say? 4 things. Okay, 4. That's 4. And then Bard. 6. Okay, so at this point you have expertise in 6 things. So that's basically 6 skills you can't get lower than a 20. No way would you be getting lower than a 20. So you cannot possibly fail. Then I would go, you can take the skill expert feat and prodigy feat. I think that gets you another 3. And what I would basically do is go like full on, just like you are the master of everything. Like there's nothing you can fail at. And maybe I would do like a with the Bard flavor, I'd probably spec it all in like performance, persuasion, and more, and just be like, you can't possibly ever get into combat if you don't want to. It'd just be like that, like you've got expertise in everything. So I think that's what I would be doing for a Bard Rogue 3. I'd be looking at these feats, skill expert and prodigy, and then I would be looking at maximizing your utility, because and then maybe take the College of Swords Bard. I think that Bard College of Swords. What do they get? You get a +2 to damage rolls. Holy crap. Oh yeah, this is perfect. Oh, this is amazing. Yeah, and then you get the mobile. Yeah, that's just a beautiful. So you're devastating in combat. You want to be a level 3 Swords Bard, any rogue you like, and you're going to be like blade flourishing in combat to deal extra damage or up your AC. And then you're going to be 2 weapon fighting, so you've got a better chance at your sneak attack. You're getting bonus. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so it's like options. Okay, I'll probably take the 2 weapon fighting one, just because rogues want to be attacking twice as much as possible. So, because if you miss your first attack, you want to get your sneak damage off. And then, yeah, just go crazy. I think that's what I'd do, Ollie T. That sounds like an amazing build. Okay, next we had Chris Jacobs being a hero. And then Sleepy Gaunt said, Druid wild shapes into giant octopus, whose way of the astral self monk for 8 more spectral arms. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'll have to remind myself. Way of the astral self. What do they get? Arms of the astral self. At 3rd, your mastery of key. As a bonus action, you can spend 1 key point to summon the... okay. 10 minutes. You determine the arm's appearance. You can use the... Okay, so that's a really cool idea, Sleepy Gaunt. And I love it. That's hilarious. But The thing that makes me say if I was the DM, I wouldn't say you get like 8 attacks because you're an octopus, because it says you summon a portion of your astral self. And I don't think your astral self would change shape just because you had wild shaped into a giant octopus. But even so, it's still pretty badass as an idea. And for a one-shot, I wouldn't say maybe 8 attacks, but I'd maybe give you like 1 extra attack, or I'd give you an extra like reach, or I'd give you advantage on grapple checks. It's definitely something you'd... This is an important thing I want to talk about. Like, seriously, the most broken combos are the ones that you talk to your DM about. Like, I couldn't make a video on this combo, even though, like, Sleepy Gaunt's idea is amazing, because people would, like, go crazy. They'd be like, you can't possibly do that, blah, 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 like, it's against the rules. And it is. But if you took this to your DM and said, like, this is such a cool idea, and we find a way to make this work, they would be like, hell yeah, because it's badass. They would just be, they'd be so chill with it. So, it doesn't work rules as written, but, in terms of flavor, it's amazing, and a good DM will always reward you for thinking, because that's what DMs want you to do. They want you to engaging with the game, and bad DMs try and stop their players from engaging with the game because they're nervous or embarrassed or whatever. Like, nervous isn't the word, but like they're not confident enough to handle the idea of someone being strong, so they try and like do that. But good DMs encourage their players being creative, and that's an amazing idea. Totally worth it. Okay. Oh man, there's so many. I've got to make sure I don't want to miss anyone. Okay, moving down, we've got Domi. Any recommendations? Oh, what a legend. This guy's such a legend. I love this guy. Okay, recommendations for videos to learn. I'm going to make one, I promise. But I want to do it really well, and I want to do it right. Honestly, how to play D&D. I think there's a really good series. Was D20? I mean, this has 2.8 million views. It can't be that bad. The Dungeons and Dragons official one has got to be good. Joe Cat's stuff isn't necessarily great for beginners in terms of learning the mechanics, but that'll get you a good flavor. And Critical Role did this. This is good for just understanding. Like, for example, get the idea. And Booker Helper. I always thought it was funny how they said that. It's like the most like cheery way of saying it. They're like professional voice actors. They're amazing voice actors, and they went with like the cheesiest possible. They must have laughed afterwards. It's so cheesy. And Booker Helper. It's just ridiculous. Okay. Blah 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 blah. Going. Yeah, that's what I would do, Dommy. And thanks so much, man. I'll hit you up on. Okay, Ryan Mitchum says, with $10, thank you so much. Been playing a trio of Grung Drake Warden lately. Grung Drake Warden, that sounds awesome. Grung are like a frog race. Their main thing is they can jump. Drake Warden's just such a good class. I made a video about it. It didn't do amazing, but there's loads you can do with the Drake Warden. My favorite thing is abusing the Drake's immunity to damage and setting up some kind of, I think we talk about it in the video, but we see like set up like a wall of fire, and you have your Drake be immune to fire, and it just grapples people because it's large, and it grapples people and just holds them in, and it's just crazy damage, and the Drake takes no damage. That's an amazing combo. I don't think Drake Wardens get Wall of Fire. Maybe they do. I'd have to double check the ranges. I don't think they do. It's a 4th level spell. They don't get it. Okay. So you need a druid or a bard to pull it off, but it's a really cool combo if you can set that up. I loved it. I love hearing about people's builds as well. If you ever just want to message me, just say, hey, I'm doing this build and it's really fun. I love that. Just tell me about it. That like I get a lot of joy from seeing people enjoy the game. I also BJ Nemeth says, thank you to one of my favorite YouTube creators. Your 1-minute videos are my favorite, but even your ad reads are hilarious. Thanks so much, Never. I don't. Yeah, I just gotta say thank you. I make videos because I like making. And knowing that other people like them too, that's. I don't know what to. I wish I could say. I wish I could find the right words to say how much it keeps me going, how much it motivates me to know other people get pleasure out of just me enjoying what I'm doing. Because I love my life. I love my life and I love my job a lot. So being able to know, not only have fun with that, but also have other people enjoy it, that's like the dream. And that's the same for Scott Walker. Thanks so much, Scott. Absolute heroes. I'm sorry, there's just so many comments. I have to kind of skip so many, but I'm trying to get through everybody's. Just 100 SEK donation from Zonra. I think that's about £10. Thank you so much. And yeah, amazing. And what? Oh, someone said something. Wait, Sleepy Gaunt said it wasn't for extra attacks. It was just for pure intimidation flavor. Yeah, that would be scary as shit. Okay. How can a changeling overcome? I'm just going to be picking out comments kind of from random. How can a changeling overcome the change of clothes? The disguise self spell is change of clothes, right? You make everything. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I mean, it kind of defeats the point of being a changeling, but there's a warlock invocation that I think gets you to Eldritch Invocation. I always do that. I call them warlock invocations. They're Eldritch Invocation. I'm sure there's an Eldritch Invocation. Wait. There is one. I'm sure there's one way. Yeah. Okay, disguise self. So the Mask of Many Faces is the best way to infiltrate, and you can get that with the Eldritch Adept feat, which I'm just gonna have to run down. Okay. Anyway, right. That's everyone caught up with. We can go back to the body of the model. We are never gonna get through the whole book. Asimar. Nice. Isima. I've still never I don't know how to pronounce it. Isima. Oh wow, wait, another donation. Oh, from Sleepy Gaunt again. Wow, thank you so much. Eloquence Bard, Silver Tongue, Expertise, Deception, and Persuasion, and Hexblade Warlock for Master Med. Yeah. That is incredible. Eloquence Bards are borderline broken, actually. Like, I genuinely think. The Silver Tongue ability is just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, that's incredible, Sleepy Gaunt. Summon the dagger and go for this. Yeah, and you could disguise self. I say they're broken because I don't know how a DM could realistically counter that. Like, how could you counter that if this person walks up looking like your brother, right? They look like your brother, and they cannot roll lower than a 24 on a deception check. How on earth can anyone who isn't in themselves, like, how can any commoner stop you? Any king, like anyone who isn't themselves like a magical being, you just can't be stopped. So that's just incredible. So that's why I say it's borderline broken. It's good. But I think it just takes a little bit of restraint. It takes a little bit of restraint on the part of the player to understand that you want to have fun, but you also want to have a game. It's got to be a game that you can play. So, yeah, you don't want to be going too... You don't want to be ruining the game, right? So, you know, you might have to, like, let it go a little bit and be like, okay, no matter how good I am, there's always got to be a chance I can fail. Because otherwise it's boring. So, I'd probably have to nerf that slightly if you're doing... but it's an amazing build. Hexblade Warlock's already... And it's all in charisma. It's just such a beautiful build to put together. Sounds amazing. Joey Stewir says, I've been playing an RPG called Lancer. Play as pilots of giant mechs. I want to make a combo kind of like that. Armor, artifice. Oh. Okay, I gotta do it. Hold up. We've literally just finished making the next combo. This is not like important. I just got to show you this because it's too cool. But the latest homebrew that we've made is a battle armor totem druid. So you literally use your wild shape to summon a spectral, instead of turning into an animal, you summon a spirit animal around yourself, and it is literally a battle suit. And you can choose like beast, golem, or tree, and they like it's so fun. It's so cool. In playtesting, it's so cool, and it's a lot better. It's a lot more beginner friendly than Moon Druid because you only ever need to worry about 3 options, whereas the Moon Druid have like 100 different like creatures they can turn into. Your comment made me think about that. But a rune, let's go back a second. A Rune Knight Artificer. The Artificers are tricky to multiclass with because Artificers are very like intelligence focused, and that's kind of the only thing they need. The reason why Artificers are so good is because if you rolled stats, say, like a Chad, just 60 20s. Whoa! God damn. Okay. I was kind of hoping this does not prove my point at all. But this is how the real ones roll dice. Okay, this is how you get your stats. That's the real. Just roll 60 20, and this happens every time. 2 20s. But the point is, let's just say you roll for an Artificer and everything is like a 9, and you get 1 18. You can build an Artificer with that, and you'll still be amazing. Because the only stat that an Artificer needs is intelligence. Whereas I think every other class in the game needs at least intelligence, or at least their main stat and something. That's why Artificers are... and Rune Knights, the problem with fighter multi-classes is unless you're only dipping into fighting and taking 1 level, they're pretty difficult to multi-class because fighters really need either high strength or high dex, and then they also want good con because you're going to be tanking damage. So you end up with this like very mixed class. I think the best option, if you wanted to do what you're describing, would be to be an armorer artificer, and instead of a Rune Knight fighter, be that dwarf. There's the dwarf race. It's like a Duergar. Wait, no, hold on a second. What am I doing? It's in this book. Where are you? Here we go. Yeah, you want to be these guys. Yeah, dude. I don't know how to pronounce this. They're in God of War as well. Duergar. You want to be one of these guys because you can make yourself big with enlarge reduce. So that's how I would do it. Instead of trying to be a Rune Knight fighter, because that's a difficult multi-class to make work, I'd be the armor artificer. You're like Iron Man, and then when it comes to crunch time, you magic up and you basically become like Hulkbuster Iron Man. God, you can tell I'm such a nerd, right? I love this. But before I worked on, before like this was my job, like D&D Shorts is my job, is my living now. I worked on like a lot of channels that I still do sometimes. I did a lot of comic stuff, and yeah, I just all this nerd shit. It's just so much fun. Yeah, that's how I would imagine that working. Fairies can also do it. That's how I do it, Joey. Awesome idea though. Duergar. Okay, Duergar. Apparently, David. Thank you, David. Let's keep going down. I really don't want to miss anyone. I'm so sorry if I miss anyone. Okay, that's Joey. Currently doing a... Zonra says, I'm currently doing a sneaky archer samurai fighter. Getting level 6 for elven accuracy. Badass feat. Badass feat. Thinking of multiclassing after, but unsure about rogue or ranger. Didn't I do it? I did a combo on this. This is one of mine. What is it? It's like the samurai god snipe. And this combo is wrong as well. Here we go. And you still... Now this is... Okay, here we go. Let's react to one of my old videos. Okay, I'm going to stop it right here. Because let me tell you, I hate that you... For some reason, YouTube forces the shorts feed on people. I want to watch this on a like a. I hate it. I hate that you have to watch it like this. It should appear in a normal video unless you're watching on mobile. Anyway, I'll turn it up slightly and I'll shut up.
D&D 44, the Half-Elf Howitzer. 1. Be a custom lineage half-elf, taking the feat Elven Accuracy.
Okay, so already we made a mistake because I didn't realize this at the time, but you have to be, you can't take racial feat, even though custom lineage says you can be your own race. So you can say I'm a new type of elf. Technically, you have to be an actual race that's an elf to take Elven Accuracy. So you can't. I say you can do this build at level 5. You can actually only do it at level 6.
And taking 5 levels in Samurai Fighter. Elven Accuracy lets us roll an additional d20 when we make a ranged attack roll at advantage, basically giving us triple advantage.
Okay, a lot of people get confused by this because they remember the rule that says you can't get more than 1 advantage at a time. If you have advantage from 2 sources, you can't get more than 2 advantages. This is not what's happening. What happens is whenever you roll a dice, instead of rolling 2, you roll 3. So it's not triple advantage. I'm just so that's what's happening here. A lot of people in the comments were like, this doesn't work. You can't have more than 1 advantage. I call it triple advantage, but what I really mean is you're rolling 3.
2. At level 1, pick up the archery fighting style, and at level 4, pick up the sharpshooter feat. Our weapon of choice is the longbow. 3. Bonus action fighting spirits give you advantage on all attack rolls this turn. And then action surge. Now you can make 4 attacks from 600 feet away, ignoring every...
I don't really talk about this. I don't know how much people notice this kind of thing, but I spend a long time on edits. I like that bit of editing I did just there. With the arrows coming out. I feel like it adds a lot, but maybe no one cares. I've never been able to work out if anyone cares about the editing. And if I'm just wasting hours and hours every week. I spend about 40 hours editing a week. Maybe more. And I've never been able to work out if it's just a total waste of time. But I like it, so.
Everything except full cover at triple advantage and dealing an extra 10 damage on every single hit. This averages 74 damage.
This is also an important thing to note. Whenever I calculate average, I assume hits. Because I'm not a mathematician. I'm not like a min-maxer optimizer channel. I'm just sharing cool stuff, so I only know how to work out the average on a hit. So I'm saying, this is the average damage that you can get.
In 1 turn.
Although in this case, like, you will be hitting all the time, because you're rolling 320 every time.
Assuming no crits. Oh, and by the way, you have a nearly 50% chance to crit when you do this. Congratulations! You can now shoot down basically anything before it even gets within 300 feet of you. Enjoy! Weird thing is
the dragon just gets taken out. Okay, how would I, right. I have to remind myself of the combo. Genre, the way I would do it would be, I would go the Assassin Rogue, because that guarantees a crit on your first attack against a surprised enemy, and you're doing this from like 600 feet away or 300 feet away. You're going to be taking people by surprise, right? You can do this from behind three-quarters cover. Someone can be standing behind an almost fully closed window in a house 300 feet away while you're on a rooftop, and you can hit them. You are going to take them by surprise. So if I was going to take this in like the most flavorful, optimal way, I would probably take 3 levels in the Assassin Rogue. But it's cool to see people playing this build. This build is really strong. A lot of the builds are memes. This one is not a meme. This is not a joke. This is real. Squeaky says, Changeling Rogue with 2 levels of Moon Druid for mousy sneaking bad. Awesome. I love people using druids for not just being Moon Druids. I love, or Wildfire Druids. The design space for druids recently, over recent years, has kind of shifted to them using their wild shape to do other things. And I think that's a great design space for Wizards of the Coast to go, but it does take the... I'm gonna move my... Oh, whoa. I'm gonna... oh, God, no! There we go. But it does take the... That design space does take the focus away from wild shape as scouting, and I think that's what druids really are all about, like sneaking around as a mouse, or turning into a dog, and all that kind of stuff. So cool and exciting. So it's awesome to see people are still doing that. Yeah, Squeaky, that's awesome. Thanks for the £5 as well, legend. Dinobot comes in with the laughing. This kind of looks like my dog. I don't have a picture of her here. I can't. They're called like I don't know what it's called. Shiba dog. Yeah, my dog is a cross between a Shiba and a Corgi, we think, because she's a rescue dog. She's on holiday at the moment with my sister. But she's amazing. And she looks a bit like this, and that's kind of what your thing. I love dog. I've just realized you can't see it. Hey, there he is. I love dogs. Definitely a dog person. I love cats. I love all animals. I wanted to be a vet when I was like, and then I realized I'd need to study a lot more maths than I wanted to. I was always really good at biology in school, but I kind of lost it in chemistry because I just couldn't be asked with maths that went into chemical processes. It's all maths. It's all the transfer of energy at that level. It just becomes all about the transfer of energy. It was as you can tell from me trying to explain it to you like a fucking moron. I don't understand it. But I like biology. I love learning about how animals are. That was so. Anyway, I love dogs. Thanks, Dinobot. Lego Doom says, I'm playing a Kenku Fey Wanderer Ranger Bards. And you're not sure what Bard archetype. I mean, they're all great. But we've kind of talked about it already, but the Eloquence Bard is probably the ultimate Bard. In terms of doing everything a Bard wants to do. And I think they would be great on a Kenku as well. Because you're kind of playing into that. I mean, Silver Tongue and Mimicry kind of go hand in hand, I think. Just kind of playing around with that stuff. Yeah. I would go Eloquence Bard, but there is no wrong choice in D&D. That's why it's a good game. And that's a lot of people seem to misunderstand sometimes. Not a lot of people, but sometimes people misunderstand when I'm talking about D&D, there's no right or wrong answer. I'm just giving you my opinions on what I think's cool, but anything can work and anything can be strong. So, I know that's a boring answer, but that's the truth. Anyway, let's keep going down. Lesbians and Dragons. Hell yeah, Pride. It's Pride Month. Happy Pride, everybody. Lesbians and Dragons says, not incredibly strong in combat, but that's two of my favorite things. Not incredibly strong in combat, but I recently made a Kenku. That was such a dumb joke. I recently made a Kenku Arcane Trickster. And multi-classed into 2 druid levels. Yeah, that's amazing. It's a shame that you can't. This would be broken, right? But it would be cool if when you multi-classed, you could multi-class into. Like, how would you do this? Well, like say you were a wizard and you multi-class into druid. It would be cool if you could use intelligence modifier for druid. It would be broken, but it would be cool. That sounds awesome anyway. Druid 2 levels of druid. You know what's a cool combo I've just thought of? Kenku can replicate any sound they hear, and druids can turn into any animal. I think any animal, full stop. They don't need to have seen it, as long as it's like CR so allowable. So what you could do is you could be like, if you didn't know what a like a tiger sounded like to perfectly replicate it, you could turn into a tiger, roar, be like, oh, that's what I sound like. And then you've kind of like added that roar to your portfolio forever. That seems pretty funny. Like, it's just like a flavor thing. It's like, that seems really cool. There's something you can do with that as well, because, yeah, okay, so for wild shape, you need to have seen the creature you turn into, I think. But polymorph, you don't. So you can get into this situation where a wizard can polymorph someone into like a raptor or a brontosaurus, and then the moon druid can see it, and then forever afterwards they can turn into a brontosaurus if they're the highest level, which is really like just as a cool idea. I just love that idea, because you don't need to have seen a brontosaurus to polymorph someone into one, but a druid needs to see one. So it's kind of like the wizard saying, "Hey, you should turn into this," and they just pull up a brontosaurus. Anyway, Archangel Juicy says, thank you for the $10, Archangel. You say, first time here on live stream. Love your content. Thank you so much. Want to see if you could do a non-multi-class Red Dragon Fighter Champion with the highest AC possible without using a shield or spells. I will make a video. Okay, yeah, I'll do it. I will make a video. I won't do it right now, but I will make a video on what is the highest possible AC. I don't know when I will make it, but I'll make it soon. I will make sure that we... I don't know if it'll necessarily be Red Dragonborn, but that will have ideas that you can use. How would you get high AC without spells or a shield? It would probably be just a matter of stacking on the most busted armor you could find. So going like max strength, heavy armor +3. There's that parry ability. Parry feat. Parry feat. I can't remember what it's called. Parry master. No, that's not it. It's not this. Is it this? Is there a parry option? No. There's a feat you can take. Someone in chat, let me know the feat you can take, which lets you parry to add your proficiency bonus to your AC. It's basically like Shield the spell, but for martial. And essentially it would let you get an AC. That'd get you an AC of 27. That's pretty good. Without multiclassing, that's pretty insane. But it's only on one attack. But there's a feat that can do that. I can't remember what it is. But someone will know. Anyway, let's keep going. Thanks so much. And that's how I do that Archangel. And I will make a video on just generally the highest AC. James Hewitt says, I used to know someone called James Hewitt. But you've paid in dollars, so I don't think it's you, because they are English. Thank you very much for your second underrated races video. Thank you. Yeah, I love making those. Because it's a good chance to talk about... I like talking about races, because anyone can use them. It doesn't matter what class you are, so it's nice. I built a swift stride shifter swashbuckler rogue. That's impossible to say. And I'm supposed to be a voice actor, or I was supposed to be a presenter. Swift stride shifter swashbuckler rogue. You can dance around an enemy so no others stay within 5 feet of me. Yeah, that sounds amazing. Shifters are so cool, and they got a great buff in this new book. We can take a look at them later if we got. But yeah, that sounds amazing. Thanks for sharing. I love it. I love to hear that people are getting something out of those videos. Because I love all those races. They're so creative, and anything that gets you excited about playing the game will get you more involved and having more fun. And I think a big part of that is finding a race that speaks to you. And Shifter is such a cool idea that it's a shame that they've not been published until now, until like just the other day. They haven't been published in a widely popular book. But hopefully this new book will bring them to light even, and more people can. Because they're kind of like werewolves, and who doesn't want to play as a werewolf? Whoa! Jarl Axel pledges $50. Thank you so much. Nicked this coin off Drizzt. Drizzt. Okay. I don't know anything about Drizzt, but I do know this. I do know they are they're a hero ranger, Beastmaster Ranger. And I also know that I think let's react to Sam. Here we go. I haven't seen this yet, but I saw it come up. So let's find out together all about Drizzt.
Day 69 asking for Drizzt Do'Urden. Nice. Drizzt is a drow ranger and the main character of a series of books written by R.A. Salvatore. Since then, he has become one of the most iconic heroes in Dungeons & Dragons. His most notable trait being that he is a good hero raised by evil drow. The first book in the series, titled Homeland, describes his training and his upbringing and his relationship with this evil society being inherently good, and his eventual exile from the drow capital city known as Menzoberranzan. Drizzt's favorite weapon is the scimitar, and he carries two, one named Twinkle and the other Icing Death. At his side at all times is
one named Twinkle and the other named Icing Death. It's like, can you guess who the parent's favorite was? You will be called Icing Death. And there's another one. Twinkle. Done.
His faithful companion Guinevere, which is summoned from a figurine of wondrous power. There is a ton of lore on this character, probably more than any other D&D
I thought he was a Beastmaster Ranger. I thought he summoned that from like I thought he trained that, but apparently it's summoned from a
character. So if you're interested in more, go check out those books, follow the channel, and I'll see
you
you
at
Sunday.
sundown.
Day 69.
Yeah, okay, there you go. So that's Drizzt. I need to learn more about D&D lore because I know nothing about it. I never read a single D&D book. And it seems really cool and interesting. It's just there's so much of it. So thanks, Jarlaxle, for educating all of us. Thank you, Steely Sam. And that's so generous. Oh my god, thank you so much. You were absolutely supporting the channel. Make sure I didn't miss anyone. I'm just going down in chronological order. That's Squeaky. Okay, we did Squeaky. No, Squeaky. That was second Squeaky. Keep making sure. I'm sorry, guys. I know this must be really annoying. I can't go. Oh, oh man. Did I miss anyone? Oh god, I can't scroll up any further. I might have missed. Okay, I'm gonna hope I didn't. If I missed you and you donated, shout at me in the comments. But the next one I see is Neil IG. Okay, I'm pretty sure I haven't missed anyone. Okay, good. Neil says, if you make a small character an armor or artificer, can you keep your armor medium? Or even have a large suit of armor and just pilot it like a... Make a small character the armor... Can you have... Yeah, I think so. I think so. Just for flavor. Hell yeah. That's awesome. 100%. I don't know how you would... like, mechanically it would change anything. But yeah, it would be like you were piloting a mecha suit. So yeah, totally. 100%. I would totally allow that. And I think most DMs would. I don't think there's any rule that says you can't either. So yeah, rule is written. That's... Keep going. Keep going. Whoa, Steven Saab with the $100. Oh my god. I need to, next time we do this, we'll set up a charity. I didn't realize people would give money. Next time we'll do this, we'll set up a charity and it'll go to that. We'll work it out in advance and we'll just have a link. Because this is too much. This is way too much. Thank you for your generosity, everyone. And Steven Stahl says, with $100, he gives us this pearl of wisdom. He says, here is the greatest persuasion build. Halfling Mark of Hospitality, Eloquence Bard, Redemption Paladin, Samurai Fighter. 5 Charisma, 4 Wisdom, Expertise, Guidance, Elegant Courtier, Emissary of Peace, Ever Hospitable. The minimum you can roll is a 38, and the maximum you can roll is 54. That is insane. Yeah, for just a flat out build, that seems about as good as you can get. We did do a we actually did a video on a persuasion build where we got it up to 69. But I think your one is the best one that you can do without like stacking abilities like Bardic Inspiration and assuming a 12. Because when I made this video, when we did it, we assumed a what's the word? Like if you could get a 12, I assumed you got a 12 because we were looking for the max possible. So that's an amazing build. Thank you so much, Steven, for the support, man. I don't know what to say. BJ Nemeth comes back in with your high production values on YouTube, shorts, animation, sound effects, etc. are a key part of what makes them great. No wasted effort at all. Okay, that's good. Because I don't know if I could handle it if it turned out that was all wasted. That would be pretty brutal. Thank you so much, man. I'm glad people appreciate it. I try and make the information good too. I should say, like the most important thing is the script. I just use the animation to try and illustrate what I'm talking about. But I try and make it so it's actually useful first, and then it's fun. I don't see myself as like a comedy channel, or like an animation channel. I feel like I'm a information channel first. That's what I think. Maybe you feel differently. That's cool. That's what I aim for. Okay, and rolling down. Squeaky says, I have a fairy rune knight that flies as small, then bonus action to large, action cast in large, making them huge, then action surge to land on enemy. Yeah, that's amazing. I've actually just recorded a video where I talk a little bit about this. Should be out on probably the week after next. It will be the one I do. And it's Fairy Rune Knight. It's about the new Tasha's rules that include, like, you now deal damage. Since Tasha's, you now deal damage when someone falls on you. Or when you fall on someone else. So before, there was no rules for dealing damage when you fell on someone. Now there are actually rules, and you half the damage you would have taken to each player. So if you fall 200 feet, instead of taking 20d6, the person you fall on takes 10d6, and you take 10d6. So you can actually weaponize fall damage now. And I won't ruin the video, but there is one build. There's one build where you can make it work. And it uses a feat that is awful. And that's going to be what the video is about. It's going to be about finding good uses for... should be good. Hopefully. But yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. I personally would give you extra damage for being huge, but rules is written you don't get any extra damage for being... I would say you extra damage if you're huge. A huge thing landing on a small thing would deal more damage, because I think enlarge makes you weigh 8 times as much. So I probably wouldn't give you 8 times damage, but I'd probably give you double damage. Like, if you fell 200 feet, you would deal 20d6 to them and only take 5d6. How I would do it. Defensive Duelist. That was the name of the feat. Everyone was... Thank you, everyone, for reminding me. Defensive Duelist. Chris Boyd says, can you make a JoJo's character? I get asked this all the time. I've never seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I think that's what it's called. Bizarre. Yeah, okay. I have never seen anything from this show. At all. Like, I know there's a character who goes, Zawordo, or whatever, the world. He says the world, and he freezes time. That's the only thing I know about this anime. I probably should watch it, because the amount of times I get requested to make a video about it, or I make a build, and then someone goes, this is that guy from JoJo. And I'm like, I didn't do that on purpose, but apparently this... There was one, the Tiny Army. Tiny Army. This one. There was a... Bad Company. Okay, yeah, that's it. Bad Company. Yeah. This, everyone was telling me that, you made Bad Company. And I was like, the band? But no, there's a JoJo character called Bad Company, or their stand is Bad Company or something, and this is that. So if you want a JoJo build, this one apparently makes Bad Company. It's called Tiny Army D&D. But I will try and watch the show when I have time, Chris, and I will make content on it. Or do some... I think it would be a good video, like making builds from... would be a good video. So, yeah. Anyway, I think that would be really cool. I'll have to think of the right way to do it that would be, like, interesting for everybody. Well, but Vibrating Taco says, that's 2 more of my favorite things. I'm playing a Clockwork Soul, and I was given the opportunity to multiclass into Genie in my game. Clockwork Soul, really cool subclass. I love Genie, so I had to take it, but I wonder if there's a stronger option. Probably not, Vibrating Taco. Genie Warlock is probably the most powerful Warlock subclass right now. I think it's better than Hexblade as like a full build. Hexblade is a great multi-class for specific builds, but Genie is just really strong. So honestly, if you had the opportunity to multi-class into anything, the best multi-class for a sorcerer is probably Warlock. And the best Warlock subclass is probably Genie. So you probably got it exactly right. Yeah, you probably got it slap bang on. That probably is the best. Probably is the best one you could have. Yeah, very cool. And I love the idea. I've yet to play it, but I really want to play a Paladin Sorcerer subclass. Paladin Hexblade sorcerer subclass. So 3-way subclass. I just need to find a game that I can play. But I'd love to do that. It sounds like you nailed it, man. Sounds like you nailed it. Every now and then it just skips. That's the problem. Every now and then it, like, I'm scrolling down chat and it just skips. Hey, One Shot Quips is here. Woo, woo. Duke, what a legend. We mentioned you earlier, man. I don't know if you're still here. But I'm sure everyone went mental when One Shot Quips. Love your stuff, man. As always, love you as a person. I appreciate everything you do for the community. And I'm sure everyone here likes you as well. Yeah. I'm sure everyone really appreciates what I do. And you should all check out Duke's other channel too. It's not even his other channel. But this one. I've really been appreciating he hasn't put anything up in a while, but or a month. That's not a while. In YouTube term. These videos, as an editor myself, these videos must have taken fucking ages to make. So yeah, make sure you watch them. Because they're insane production value. Yeah, really well done. I love it when someone really shakes up the game and makes something really special in YouTube, and what Duke is doing. Which is, you know, I mean, obviously he shook up the game anyway. Like I don't think there's a YouTube channel like apart from if I was going to be really like I don't even know what the word would be. Like it's impossible for anyone on YouTube to ever brag because of how quickly One Shot Quest has blew up. So we got 176,000 subscribers in a year, in our first year, which is good. But there is no one on D&D who has grown like One Shot Quest. Absolutely incredible to see. Very cool guy. And that's the important part as well. Like, they're not only a great talent, they're nice. Because I chatted to him, and he's lovely. And you should hit me up, Duke, if you ever want to chat. Clout chasing. You should. It's nice to... I'm sure he's long gone. Lovely guy. Every D&D YouTuber I've met has been lovely. In fact, I've never met anyone who's struck me as an asshole. Genuinely. I haven't met everyone yet. I would love to meet Zbashu. A huge fan of Zbashu. I haven't spoken to Offbeat Outlaw in a long time, but Offbeat Outlaw was chatting to me when I had less than 1,000 subscribers. Offbeat Outlaw was like, yeah, you know, he's being nice. Like, a channel with like nearly 100,000 subscribers at the time was talking on with like 500. Incredibly cool. Incredibly and inspirational. Anyway, Sleepy Gone is back. Back again. And he says, wait, have we... I paused it. Because I'm dumb. Okay, we're back again. Says, claws count as natural weapons as Leonin Paladin. Works with Divine Smite. Yes, it does. Fun flavor to fight with claw attacks wrapped in Divine Smite. Yeah, hell yeah. That sounds awesome. Leonin Paladin also make great Vengeance Paladins because they can roar. The bonus action, which is just amazing with your channel, with your aura of conquest. Oh man, I'm like tripping myself over. This is the problem with doing live stream stuff. Is it's like it shows off how like scatterbrained my information is. Like I'm pretty sure there's something that. Yeah, okay. So Leonin make great conquest paladins because of this aura, because you can roar and then no one can move. Everyone just shits themselves and they're frozen in place, which is very cool. And yeah, you can Divine Smite with your claws. That sounds like a hell of a build. Leonin Paladin and claw. We gotta keep rolling down. I'm just terrified that I'm gonna miss someone. I just remembered something I wanted to talk about. Let me just double check that. Let me just double check. I haven't missed anyone. I have missed someone. I've missed. I'm so sorry. I can't pronounce. Heisei Ferrier, I think, or Cacao Ferrier. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. You know what? Screw it. We're on YouTube. We can pronounce anything. I hope it isn't. I'm sure it's like. Okay, it's Frank. No, it had the accent on it. I had it. I don't know how to. Case Kake Ferriara. I can't say your name, my dude. I'm so sorry, but I can tell that you are very distinguished gentleman. Glasses, nice beard, and thank you so much for the $20. You're a legend. I wish I could say your name to shout you out properly. I want to say it's like KK or Kake or but yeah, you're a legend, and I am very bad. If you can hit me up in the comments, like with a pronunciation guide, then we're sorted. It's a Brazilian name. Okay, a Brazilian name. So I guess it's Portuguese. I got no idea. This seems too complicated. Okay. Well, I tried. It's Kaka. Okay, there we go. Kaka. Okay. Like a bird, kind of. Kaka. Okay, that's it. We got it. Thanks, man. Okay, I'm glad I got it. Not Kaka. Okay. Right, yeah, what was I gonna say? I remembered something important. God, you can tell that I'm like burning up. I really am ill. Like I'm like 100. Well, I don't even know. I don't use Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is, but this is a lot better than editing. Is there a way to swap rubies to diamonds for revive spells? I'm not sure. Creation bards can make rubies though. They can make diamonds for free revive spells, so that's how I would do it. Michael Jordan gives $20. Thank you so much. Isn't that a famous person, Michael Jordan? Oh yeah, he is. Is this guy? I used this meme in a video. Stop it. Get some help. I think I used this in the Barbarian video. I hope that's you. If Michael Jordan, if that's well, whatever Michael Jordan you are, you're the best one. You're my favorite. But if you also happen to be this guy, I hope you know that I used you in a video without your consent, and I will not be paying you any money. Ages ago. Now, you see it all spread out like this, and you're like, God damn, I have actually made a lot of content. Where is it? Oh, wait, do I do this? I don't do this anymore. I used to tap the microphone. I loved that. I don't know why I stopped doing that. I think it's because I forgot one time, and I was like, oh, it's over. The meeting's over. But that was such a cool intro to. Yeah, here he is. Oh, and I even put a little message. I forgot about this. Okay, so this part's about doing drugs. What do I say? God, this is so self-indulgent. Just watching. I like these older videos were so much scratchier. There was a real vibe to them that the new ones don't have. Let's watch.
On hand to make sure you stay angry. I'm always angry. 2. Abuse your consumables. Kids, don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs. If you're doing it, stop it. Get some help.
Yes, don't do drugs. Unless you're in D&D, in which case...
That's a hell of a top. That just goes to show how you can change without, as a content creator, without even noticing. This video feels very different to the ones I do now. I think it's because I just shout everything. Because my microphone is so weak. I like this shirt, though. I need to dig this shirt out. I look good. But it's interesting, yeah, I was a lot slower. I speak a lot slower. Good video, though. Anyway. Where were we? I've completely lost track of what we were. But there you go. Yeah. If I'm sick, I should be resting. I can't. I will work until I burn out, and then and then I will retire forever. That's my scheme. By the way, in case anyone's curious about how many combos we've got left to do, this is my This is my folder of combos. Left to make. So we're sorted for a few years. Just in case anyone wanted to see that. I don't know. Weird flex, but okay. Am I right? Weird flex. Okay, let's go on to the the second Eladrin Elves. I mean, let's just chat, whatever. We can just chat. But I love Eladrin Elves. I think they appeared in the first ever underrated but awesome races video. And they yeah. I love them. I think they're so cool. I think they're the best elf. I mean, they're not anymore because the new Shadar-kai is insane. But these guys, I love that they can teleport. I love the roleplay side of them. So cool. And they look cool too. The art looks great. Oh, wait, hang on a second. Neil IG comes back in and says, Vedalken Thief Rogue plus Police Carrick plus Guidance. Yeah. Okay, so Vedalkens can add a D4 to any check of their choice, right? Or pretty much any check of Guidance is another D4 Peace Cleric. I haven't looked at a Peace Cleric in a while. Ba-ba-bum. Ba-ba-bum-bum-bum-bum. Oh, Example Deities. That's cool. Oh, add another D4. Okay, yeah. So you're essentially adding 3 4 to a check. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And then, of course, the rogue means you can't roll lower than a 10. And can give you expertise. So, let's work this out. So it would be level 10, that's plus dex, plus 5. Plus is there any other boost we can get? No, I think that's probably about the starting one. I think that would be about and then like plus 10. Because you can't get lower than a 10. So you'd be minimum would be 23. The minimum would be 26, the maximum would be 35. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I play a Vedalken Rogue, one of my characters is just in like a game I do every other week. A lot of fun. But I prefer DMing to play. I think I prefer DMing. Hello. Hello. Okay, good. For a second, my thing froze. I was like, oh god, is it stopped? But yeah. Cool idea though. Vedalken aren't in this book. We keep going through the book. If anyone's got any requests about what they want to see in the book, if they're curious, let me know. Got the fairies here. They're exactly the same as although wait, hang on a second. I'll save it for a video, but I want to talk about the fairy Unearthed Arcana at some point. That was insane. I might do like a video that's like the most broken ever Unearthed Arcana. That just should never have been. This should just never have been published. And fairy is one of them. The original fairy was insane, but I'll make a video going into it. A combo with Divine Soul Sorcerer says Takatomon. Sounds like a Digimon. Divine Soul Sorcerer. Sure. Okay. That's a good challenge. The main thing about Divine Soul Sorcerer is that you're getting the cleric spell. Yeah, that's the main boost here. So essentially you're healing as a sorcerer. That's already crazy good. I mean, Inflict Wounds is pretty strong. What would I do with that? If I was going to be a Divine Soul... I think the most obvious combo for Divine Souls is the Twin Spell Meta Magic and Inflict Wounds. That's pretty crazy. You could even get a familiar with the Magic Initiate. I think that's how I would go about this. I would take the Magic Initiate for Find Familiar. I'd get like an Owl Familiar. And then I would Twin Spell Inflict Wounds, because it's a spell with the range of touch. Touch. Yeah, so I would be twinning spell. I would twin spell inflict wounds. So you only get twin spell at 3rd level. So if you could do this from level 3 if you were a variant human for the feat for magic initiative. But you'd be essentially dealing 6d10 with twin spell with only 1 sorcery point through your familiar. Which is pretty crazy. If you can get your owl to fly into 2 inflict wounds. Yeah, that's a good name for it. Said that. Frostburn 326. That's a great name for it. I have an animal messenger combo. Yeah, I'm enjoying. This is my favorite animal messenger combo. This is maybe my favorite combo we've ever done. Oh wow, it's not. What did I call it? It's called the fuck off pigeon, but I couldn't put that on YouTube. Where is it? Does anyone remember what it was called? Oh, you know what this is? We'll just go through the oh look, you can see that I liked an offbeat. Weird things you can do. Pause. Okay, let's go down. We'll find it. We'll find it. About. I should look at it on here. Polymorph postal combo. What a terrible name. It's called the fuck off pigeon. Here's an animal messenger combo.
Weird things you can do in D&D 4C. The fuck off pigeon. Step 1. Polymorph an enemy or an annoying NPC into a pigeon. Step 2. Use the spell Animal Messenger and give the pigeon a message to carry to someone on another continent. The pigeon will fly off at top speed and be miles away by the time polymorph ends. This is an amazing, non-lethal way to get rid of annoying NPCs, or just troll the shit out of your party's paladin. Enjoy! Weird things you can do in D&D 39.
That's definitely one of my favorite ever combos. Sorry, the Damien says, can you check out my Bugbear Monk Astral Self Totem Barbarian combo? That's a 15 feet unarmed strike / grapple range, and maybe wisdom for strength on barb feature. I mean, hell yeah, for a start, that looks awesome. You can grapple from 15 feet. So when you're raging, you have advantage on grapple checks, so you can grapple someone from 15 feet away. I'll have to just check. Does Astral Monk, does the Astral Self let you grapple? Or does it only say you can get an unarmed strike? Okay, so this is important. The Astral Self only lets you technically make an unarmed strike from 15 feet if you're a bugbear. So you can only grapple from 10 feet away. Your unarmed, your spectral arms can't grapple things. If I was the DM, I'd let you, because that's cool. But rules is written. That's worth remembering. Cool combo though. Wisdom, strength-based monks are workable. The barbarian monks. I'm gonna make a video on barbarian monks. I'm gonna do it because it's it maybe is the most underrated. It's unironically really good if you're a turtle, and it's terrible any other way. It's called the Bonk. I call it the Bonk, the barbarian monk, and I will make a video about it. But like strength-based monks, there's other ways to do barbarian monks, but as a strength-based monk, that's the best. Yeah, and a high wisdom. Wisdom is the best non-physical stat to have on barbarian, because it sucks losing those wisdom. It's devastating. It just sucks so much. Like I was mind controlled for a week. In game time, I was mind controlled for about 2 months, real lifetime, by an aboleth because I failed one wisdom save. So you want to have good wisdom, or be a frenzy barbarian who are immune. Underrated subclass. Everyone shits on frenzy barbarians. I think they're pretty good. Shinful says, "Hey man, big fan. Thank you so much, Shinful. I'm glad I make stuff that you enjoy. I'm playing a Goblin Hexblade level 7 Do you suggest picking up Warcaster or Eldritch Mind? Ooh. I would probably go with Eldritch Mind because Warcaster is a great feat, but the main reason to take Warcaster is to get advantage on those con saves. And a feat is generally more valuable than one invocation. But I do agree. I love invocations. Warlocks are my favorite class, I think. So I understand the desire to have more invocations free. But Eldritch Mind is it just does exactly what you need. And do Hexblades get Green Blade? If they do, Warlock. If they do get Green Flame Blade and Booming Blade, it might be worth it. They do. Okay. The reason to take Warcaster is if you anticipate enemies moving out of your range a lot. Like, if your DM plays enemies that run around, then yeah, I'd probably take Warcaster because getting to reaction cast Booming Blade or reaction cast Green Flame Blade is really strong. If you're not in that kind of game, if the way combat normally goes is you run up to an enemy and you hit them until they die, and then you run up to another enemy, probably better to take Eldritch Mind. But yeah. But that's what I would say. Yeah, basically, yeah. I'd say if you're gonna be reaction casting Booming Blade and Green Blade, so if you have those cantrips at all, then go with Warcaster. If you're not reaction casting those cantrips, if people aren't running out of your range often, go with Eldritch Mind and use that feat to take something else, or bump your charisma, or if you already have 20 charisma, take another feat. What's a good feat? Maybe I would take something that would give you more spells. So maybe Shadow Touched or something like that, or Fey Touched. To bump your charisma by 1 and also get you some extra spells, because it sucks only having 2 spells. That's probably what I would do. Someone asked something that I was going to pick up on. Oh, Titan, that's funny. Titan actually, just underneath Shinful, Titan says, do you have any build using Quicken Spell on Green Flame Blade / Booming Blade? Yeah. Though the Paladin Sorcerer is built basically all around that. D&D. It is in this video. Somewhere. What the yeah, it's somewhere in the middle of this one. I think it's here. Yeah, it's about here in the video. It's about 8 minutes 35 in the video. That's again, yeah. This is true as well. This meme is actually true. This meme is true. Optimizers love these two builds. Every optimized channel I see is. But yeah. Yeah, I'd say a Hexblade. No, a Sorcerer Paladin is a great build for abusing Booming Blade and Green Flame. Because the problem Green Flame Blade and Booming Blade have is that they're better than a normal attack, but unless you're a Blade Singer, they don't stack with extra attack. So really, beyond level 5, the best way to get use out of them is by Quicken Spelling them. I could also see some kind of crazy... This probably wouldn't be very good, but I could see some kind of crazy Wizard Sorcerer build that did like both of that was basically built around Blade Singing, and then taking Quicken Spell and hitting people with Green Flame Blade, then Quicken Spelling Green. I could see something like that being really. Getting off like 2 or 3 Booming Blades a turn would just be crazy. That's crazy damage with a Shadow Blade as well. Beautiful. Scott Walker says, Cleric blessing the party, fight a Barbarian with the Grappler feat, and the Rogue hitting everything with advantage. Trio of nukes. Yeah, Bless is a really good spell. Rogues with advantage are devastating, obviously, because it's guaranteed sneak attack as long as they don't also have disadvantage from other things. The Grappler feat, though, I am not a fan of. I think the grappler feat might be the worst feat in the game. And that is because there are feats that arguably do less, but the grappler feat is not even the best feat for grappling. The best feat for grappling is Tavern Brawler, and then the second best feat might even be like Shield Master. When a feat that is designed to go with grappling is actually not even in the top 2 for that build, it's just such a trap, and it's also a lot worse than just getting +2 in strength. I think that that qualifies it as the worst feat. I'll pull it up. It's just bad. So, can everyone see this? Yeah, okay. You have advantage on attack rolls against a creature you are grappling. Most grappling builds are barbarians, and they have advantage on all attack rolls anyway because of reckless attack. So that's not such a big deal. And then, the second part, the main reason to do it, is you can use your action to try to pin a creature grappled by you. To do so, you make another grapple check. If you succeed, you and the creature are both restrained. So you and the creature both can't move. But restrained isn't that good. Because this is just not that important of an ability, because their speed becomes 0, but it already was, because you're grappling them. So they already had 0s. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. They already did, because they're prone if you're grappling them. And or you can push them prone, like, quickly. And remember, you have to make another... You have to use your action to try and pin a creature grappled by you to make another grapple check. That exact same check can be done by the shove action. It's the exact same thing, and that would also put them prone. And the creature has disadvantage on dex saves. So really, the only thing you get out of this feat is that you can give a creature disadvantage on dex saves at the cost of 2 action. It's just not worth it. This feat should at least give you a +1 in strength. Or advantage on grapple checks, or something. If feats were going to get tweaked in the new D&D 5.5e, this is the feat I would tweak first. Like 100% this would... I keep forgetting the music, sorry. 100% this would be the feat that would get, like, messed with first. Okay. But that's just my opinion. I've tried and tried and tried to find a build that's good using the grappler feat. I really worked hard to try and make anything. Like, a big part of my process is take something that I think is bad and try and find a way of making it. I cannot find a way to make it. You don't lose a grapple when you shove, no. Interestingly. Or you can do them the other way around if you want. But you can shove someone. BB Gaming pledged £1. Thank you so much. That's amazing. Oh, Dave K with $10 as well. 10 from Canada says, I have an idea, but no idea how to optimize. Echo Knights with Fighter Initiates. Okay. Take dueling and a throwing style. +4 damage at level 1 using strength. Oh, okay. And at level 3 you can throw from the Echo's location, can you? I thought you could only make melee attacks with the Echo Knight. Oh, wow! It can be anything! That's crazy! Awesome build, man! Yeah, that's wicked. And your Echo... I'm making that into a... Echo Knight. Throne... Fighting... I'll have to double check what that one is because I'm not familiar with it. Throw from Echo can because your Echo Knight Echo can fly. It says you can move it in any direction and it's an object. Where does it say? I don't even know where it says. But basically, you could be making 2 attacks and then 3 attacks at a turn. There's somewhere it says you can move it. Yeah, you can move it up to 30 feet in any direction. No action required. So you can have like a flying Echo Knight that's just throwing daggers. Or throwing swords. That's badass. Yeah, I will make that into a video. That's cheesy as hell. I love that. Thanks, Dave. That's awesome, man. Daniel. Oh, okay, another one. Thank you so much. Daniel Samson says Glamour Bard 6, Order Cleric 2, Enchantment Wizard 10. Wow, okay. This is going deep. So this is an level 18 build. Channel Divinity, charm everybody. Then get double auto success commands every turn as a bonus action. And Vortex Walk plus Order Cleric Walls. Yeah, that sounds sick. Very flavorful. The only thing I try and caution people on, if you're taking a build all the way to level 18 and you're multi-classing, remember that you are giving up on like the best spells in the game to get it. So you should totally do it because it's a really cool idea. I love the idea and it's really interesting. But if you were doing like a one-shot and you wanted to be at that level, I personally would think... Actually, no, screw that. You should always play what you want. Forget what the hell I was saying. Always play what you want. But if you're going for the most powerful thing you can make, it's going to be difficult to come up with a build that's a multi-class at level 17 that is better than being able to cast Wish or Polymorph or Shape Change. Because those spells are unbelievable. Those spells are absolutely unbelievable. The strength is just... It's crazy, man. They're crazy spells. I don't think I've ever mentioned... Because there's no combo you can do. Apart from in the first combo we ever made. I talk about Wish. Apart from that one. I've got to talk about that combo again anyway. I'll do a video where I kind of update old combo. That combo could be... VB Gaming says, have you ever looked into some unofficial subclasses? I used an Artificer Mastermaker Monk Living Weapon for a one-shot, which the DM was okay with. For the one-shots I run about 4 games a month for and I usually say official content only, just because I don't have time. But I try not to look at homebrew content anymore, because I make homebrew content so much. There is a tier on Patreon where I can review and workshop your homebrew content. But, apart from that, I try not to look at other homebrew content because I don't want to accidentally, like, steal it or get accused of stealing. You know, it's just a whole, like, legal thing. When I'm publishing content all the time. So I'm constantly thinking about homebrew content because I'm making it all the time. But in terms of looking at other people's content, I try to avoid it. Which is my loss. That's my loss. I wish I could. But yeah, there's some great homebrew out there. I did make a video a long time ago about homebrew. Most people prefer to stick to stuff then they know their DM can okay, so that's why I tend to do that on the channel. But I love any creativity is awesome, so yeah. If your DM's happy with it, go for it. And don't restrict yourself to just officially published content. Check this stuff out. Be it my stuff or Critical Role stuff or just stuff you find online. Take the time to look into the homebrew classes because they're awesome. Usually they're awesome. I mean, usually they're terrible, but sometimes they're amazing. Some people can make really good stuff. A lot of homebrew is just disgustingly broken. But people who know what they're doing make great stuff. Josh O pledges $5. Thank you so much. And says, I'm in a D&D campaign and I picked Chromatic Dragon Gift. I have to remind myself. I know there's these gift feats of all the types of dragons now. From Fizzbands. I picked it for story, but how is it rated for you? Do you think it can be useful? Well, let's find out. As a bonus action, you can touch a simple or martial weapon and infuse it with one of the following damage types. Acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison. For the next minute, the weapon deals an extra 1d4 damage of the chosen type when it hits. You can do that once per long rest. And reactive resistance. When you take an elemental damage type, use your reaction to give yourself resistance to that instant's damage. You can do that a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus per long rest. Yeah, I think it's good. And in fact, I've just remembered I've got a combo that uses this. I won't tell you it now because it's coming out eventually. Not with a paladin though, it's with a cleric. I'll see if anyone can work it out from that. If anyone can work out what the combo is, just by me. There's a cleric that can abuse this. Respect. You know D&D well. Yeah, I think it's good. An extra 1d4 damage adds up. That's every turn. And it's cool that you get to choose the damage type each time. So it's not like you're always fire damage, and if you face a water elemental, you're useless. You can swap this out, which is pretty nice. And if you're really lucky and you fight something with a weakness damage types, that's crazy. It also doubles on a crit, and it's fun to roll extra damage. Yeah, 1d4 extra damage at no concentration. How many attack rolls are you making? How many attack rolls are you making like across the combat as a paladin? Maybe 2 a turn for 5 turns. That's 10d4 damage, right? If you hit every single one. 10d4 damage is worth a feat and a bonus action. And paladins don't often have bonus action use. Paladins struggle for bonus. Oh god, I'm so glad you guys are here, because I would just be dying on my... A lot more fun. I will have to edit tomorrow. No getting out of it. I just have to hope that I sleep. But yeah. I think that's a great little ability. Cool one. It's not broken. It's a fine feat. And it's fun. We just finished, hey, Dikatar, we just finished talking about the Gift of the Chromatic Dragon. And we've come up with a couple of cool combos. I'm excited about this one, the Echo Knight combo, especially. But how long have we been? An hour and 45, that's a lot. Oh, it goes quick. I should stream more, I like this. I do like doing it. I just don't know anything about it. It's not my style. I'm very much like a scripted guy. I've been playing a bit of Clone Hero recently, if anyone plays that. I had to delete it because it was taking up too much time. But I played it for about a day and a half. I got a lot of fun. I love those. Let's hop on back and keep scrolling through. Oh, wait, no, wait, hold up. Have we done a Force Lance build? Asks. Pro was born. Says, have you done a Force Lance build? Polearm Master plus Warcaster plus Eldritch Blast and Repelling Blast and Length of Lethargy. Fathomless. Okay. Oh boy, that's a lot. Okay, so let me just remind myself what the Fathomless. Here we go. There is something where it can push someone away, right? Oh, okay, no. What does the Fathomless get you out of? Length of Lethargy. Oh, okay, yeah. When you create the tank, you make so you get a bonus action. Okay, so it's a movement reduction comp that also locks them down when they approach. It costs, how many feats are we talking here? 2 feats. And Eldritch Blast with Repelling Blast and your bonus action. Yeah, pretty disgusting. Yeah, you would lock them out. We did do a reduced movement speed combo. It was a little different to I can't remember what we called it, but I came up with a combo where you could reduce 30 feet of movement. Summon Shadow Spawn was the main way we did it. I think it was called... No, this is important. Oh, this is interesting. I just remember what it's called. It was called the Fear Lockdown. Right, yeah, this is cool. Okay, check this, you guys. I think, right, so, okay, Fear Lock, it's called Fear Lock. When I published this, it was called the Fear Lockdown combo, not the Fear Lock.
Weird things you can do in D&D 61, the Dread Lockdown.
Okay, so it was called the Dread Lockdown combo. And this video tanked like crazy. I think, like, I published a video yesterday. and it got 129,000 views in a day. Like, the channel's a bit bigger now than it was back then, but that was like, it's only like 4 months ago. The Dread lockdown got slammed by the algorithm, and I didn't realize why at first, but it was because it said the word lockdown, and YouTube doesn't like that word because of COVID. So, and I don't know if it was YouTube specifically doesn't like the word, or like psychologically on some level people don't like the word and they didn't click on a video because it had lockdown in the title. But when I changed the title from like Red Lockdown to just Fear Lock, the views just spiked. It went like straight back up. It was insane. And I'm really skeptical of people who tell you, like, people, they're always talking like, oh, do this, like they're hacking you. In my experience, there is no hack on YouTube. You just make the best content you can. But that might be a little bit of a hack. Don't put the word lockdown in your video title. Because people, it just didn't work. So if there is a YouTube hack, it's to, if anyone out there wants to be a YouTuber, if there is a hack, it's to look at your analytics and try and work out what's working and what's not. Don't act like you know more than your audience, basically. Like listen to the people who are supporting you, I guess, in short. You guys are what makes this channel work, not me. Because if, you know, I would be out of it, like, instantly. Like, there's nothing without viewers, right? So when viewers tell you they like something, or when viewers tell you they don't like something, listen. And YouTube channels, they kind of kill themselves by thinking they know better than what their audience is telling them. I think if there's a YouTube hack, then that's what it is. It's to listen to your audience and listen to your analytics, because that will tell you what your audience... Not everyone's going to leave a comment, but if your analytics tells you that people stopped watching straight away, then it's probably a sign that what you did at that point, what you did before. So pay attention and respect the people who are giving you a job, which is you guys. Don't assume that just because you're the YouTuber, you now know better than they do. No. Your audience knows better than you do. And you've got to respect them, because, you know, you're nothing without them. Also, I'm getting on a soapbox here. Like, this is just talking generally. But I've met a lot of YouTubers in my life because I've been a YouTuber for a lot longer than I was on this channel. And most people are lovely, but I've met people who really thought they were a big deal because they were on a big YouTube. People who thought they were celebrity. And it always made me, like... It was crazy to me, man. Like, YouTubers don't deserve respect. I work really hard, right? My job is, like, all I do. I don't have any hobbies anymore. But even so, I'm just a guy making... Like, anyone can do it, right? Like, I'm not, like, a doctor. I'm not smart. There are some YouTubers who are going around like there's some kind of, like, God's gift to the earth. It's like, fuck off. Dude, you're making videos on a game for kids, right? Like, D&D is not important, okay? We're having fun. I mean, in a way, D&D is important. I mean, in a way, D&D saves lives. But really, gaming is important. Social experiences are important. D&D shorts, the channel, is not important. The channel, like, whatever channel it is, your meme channel is not important. You're not better than anyone else just because you've got million subscribers or 10 million subscribers. And I met YouTubers who really thought they were, like, as big as film stars because they were on a channel with them. It was funny. But yeah, no, the YouTubers they're just people. And those people shot themselves in the foot because they thought they were better. They thought they knew better than their audience, and that made them lazy because they were like, I can do anything and it'll get views. And then they do something lazy, and it didn't get any views, and then they had to do something else. And so yeah, any YouTubers or people who are gonna get, because I mean, how many? Got 449 viewers right now. Someone in this chat will be a massive success on YouTube. Inevitable, right? If everyone here tried, someone would make it. Don't ever think that your audience is in any way not worthy of respect, because that's how you ruin a channel. That's the other hack. I guess the hack is to not be an asshole. Colby Thomas says, Bear Totem 3 Guardian Armorer X Heavy Armor Master is a great tank. Hell yeah. Heavy Armor Master, I put that on one of my most underrated feats a while ago, and I still think it is. People kind of memed about it a little bit, because I said it was good even at the late levels, and it is. It is. People are like, oh, how's Heavy Armor Master protecting you against a dragon? Let's take a look at the dragon stat block, and actually talk about what Heavy Armor Master is. Oh, sorry. Let's just go adult green dragon, say. Adult green. Let's have a look at this stat block. A green dragon on a hit is dealing 2d6 plus 6 slashing damage. So an average of 13, right? If you're a barbarian, that's already halved to 6. On a 13 would be half to 6. And then Heavy Armor Master is taking 3 off every attack. So Heavy Armor Master, even at the late game, what CR is this? CR50, a CR15 creature is having its regular damage output halved by Heavy Armor Master. It's a good feat. I stand by it. People are like, okay, yeah, it's broken in the early game, but it's trash at late levels. No, this is good. This is still good. On a Bear Totem Barbarian, this is still really good. But you do have to, obviously, have the multi-class. You have to have the fighter dip to get the heavy armor, obviously. The Aqua Goblin says the chef feat. Yeah, the chef feat's awesome. Love the chef. Someone said something. Oh, Van Twinblade said Bugbear 10, Berserker 5. Oh no, Bugbear 10 Zerker, 5 Champion, 5 Paladin. 16 6d6 plus mods per attack. Yeah, I can believe you. That's crazy. There's so many ways to I can't do that thing. It was happening accidentally. I tried to do it. Can't do it. There's so many ways to find like these crazy damage. You can kind of go forever. There's so many ways to get like it does go resistance first, then Heavy Armor Master. Yeah, Heavy Armor Master is right at the end. Oh damn. But yeah. Yeah, they're 16d6 with mods. I mean, barbarians are just... I love barbarians. I think I called them the best class in the game at one point, and I don't know if it's true. It's arguable to say, but the case could be made. A barbarian will always be good. Level 1, level 5, level 11, level 20, a barbarian is always good. It's not like a bard or a wizard that takes a long time to really get going. And that's got to count for something. Barbarians are always good. I think, yeah, I don't know if they're the best, because it's hard in this game, because of the way D&D is balanced, it's hard not to say casters are the best class. Maybe a cleric is the best class. Barbarians are always good, and that counts for a lot, in my book. And they're fun. It's just a shame they don't get more roleplay options. But the new Unearthed Arcana gave them some, so... And I'll talk about that in this week for a little bit. That's a cool question from Shaget DM. Nice. Shaget. Back my Shaget. What would you say is the worst combo of two classes? The worst combo. I usually think anything can be made to work, I usually say. But terrible combos would be ones that just actively don't synergize with each other. So maybe something like a barbarian wizard. I'm trying to think of a way, like a barbarian spellcaster would be bad, because you can't cast while you're raging, and barbarians are pretty bad if they're not raging. If you're not raging as a barbarian, you're pretty freaking weak. You're like a much worse fighter. And I think wizards are pretty bad if they can't cast spells. Barbarians don't even get heavy armor proficiency. So barbarian wizard might be the worst. Monk Artificer, someone said. Yeah, Monk Artificer might be very bad as well. See, the thing about monks is that at least you get that movement. You can usually do something. Like, there's a lot of combos indeed. Kind of get interesting when you can move a lot. We're going back to where we started. We started talking about Aarakocra today, and we're back to that 50-foot movement speed that was broken. So you can kind of do a lot with boosted movement. So a monk multiclass will usually give you something. And Key is also alright. But I agree, a monk artificer would be hard to get. Work. Yeah. Boom. I think that's a good negative point to end. Yeah, we've been going for 2 hours, and I do need to eat. But at the same time, I'm enjoying myself. And I feel like we don't do this enough, you know? I never get to see you guys properly. I need to change this banner, look at that. With all the amazing artwork that Doug has been making. And we're still using this, like, default banner. Yeah, that's gotta go. But yeah, what you do. Do what you do. I guess I'll finish off with some general advice. Because I'm sorry I haven't been able to see more comments here. It's just so overwhelming. There's so many people. I am grateful. If there's only one message I can get across, it's that I'm grateful. It's crazy. It's crazy, the support. Thanks for being here. Dave K says, on lockdown, Fairy Ranger Swarmkeeper Druid fighting style for Thorn Whip. Spike growth and plant growth in the area. Yeah, that's a devastating camp. Yeah, the spike growth, plant growth thing is just insane. What an amazing thing. Just 2 spells at once. I can't believe plant growth isn't concentrated. We used it in the Infinite Money video too. I would like to do more regular streams. Yeah, I'll try and find a way. As soon as I reach enough Patreon support, I'm gonna make a studio. I'm in the process of building a studio, but I keep running out of money. But when we get enough on Patreon, I will finish it. I've just got to buy the cameras. Cameras are so expensive. Here's a fun fact: every D&D Shorts video that you've ever seen has been recorded on a phone that I was given for free. So and that's it. That is all the equipment I have. And then I bought a terrible green screen for like 10, I think it was 15 pounds. It was just like green fabric that I hung. That was awful. Don't do that. That was such a fucking nightmare to edit. Then I bought a pop-up green screen for about 30 pounds. So, and that's everything I've ever done. These programs are Adobe Premiere Pro and After Effects and Photoshop. I never use After Effects. They're stolen. they're you can steal them. If you want to. You don't have to. I don't. I pay Adobe for their software. Right? Because I'm a good content creator who would never do that. But the point is, you can make videos for basically free, as high quality as mine. Not that mine are any kind of special high quality, but the point is, like, all of my production value is post-production. Front of house, my setup is garbage. Utter garbage. I do have a microphone. Obviously, you've seen it. I shout into it. I hold it. But all of my content is incredibly cheap to make. So if anyone wants to make videos, and they're worried about price being an issue, don't be, because I'm gonna go full screen. Don't be worried about it, because it's actually really cheap. It's actually really cheap. That's the great thing about like YouTube Shorts and TikTok as well, is that you can just all you need is a phone, and it's that easy. I'm from the UK for Geek Peak. I'm from the United Kingdom. It's about 15 minutes past 11 p.m. here, nearly midnight. But my voice is strange. I realize that the older I get, my voice is weird. A lot of people think I'm Australian. Even though I don't think I sound Australian at all. I spent a year in Australia. But I don't. Some people think I'm Australian, but no, I'm British. But yeah, I've never met anyone who sounds like me. I grew up in the north, in Yorkshire, which is like a really a dumb sounding Yorkshire. They sound like that. Everyone around me. Which is a cool voice. But my parents were from Newcastle and from Truro, which is Cornwall. So I grew up in the middle of the UK. I had a parent from each end. So I ended up with this fucking clusterfuck of an accent, which I've never heard. I've never heard anyone sound like me. I'd be interested if anyone thinks they sound like my voice. Let me know. I also have this weird mix of nasal. My throat is permanently damaged from. I nearly died. 17. I choked almost to death. My dad saved my life with and that permanently scarred the inside of my throat. Which is, you know, that has changed how my voice changed as a result. It's a lot scratchy and it always. And I have a permanent cough. So yes, like the Yorkshire Terrier. Yeah, that's where I come from. And now I live in a place quite near Leeds. So yeah, my voice has had a weird mix of geographies, and then it's been physically changed because my throat is. Castlebar, wow, $50 to say my DM hates me because of you. Don't stop. Don't stop. I should say this. I am a DM, you guys, right? You people know this. I hope. I'm a DM, not a like I play, but really I'm a DM. DMing is what I enjoy more, and I'm probably a better DM than I am a player. Even though I can't do voices for shit. I love DMing, and I work really hard on DMing. That's where I find a lot of my fun. I'm not trying to make DMs hate you. That's like a meme. I hope people are memeing around. I hope anyway. I hope people are joking when they say that. I'm not trying to ruin any DMs days here. I'm just trying to share cool stuff that I come up with. Because I like it. I made a video on the 7 types of players, right? And the one that I am, I don't know if this came across in the video, but the one that I am is a scientist. 100%. I'm a scientist through and through, so if y'all that's where my passion comes from. I'm not a min-maxer, and every now and then I get comments from people who are min-maxers in my comments section, and I can't even read them because they're so long, and they go into such like crazy maths. They're like 18 paragraphs long, and they're like going in, and you can do this, and you can do this, and they calculate to hit percentage. And there are great D&D channels to do that. Like Treant Monk is one I know. Pact Tactics does it. I've never met Treant Monk. I've met Pact Tactics. On Discord. We were in a Discord for a while, but I had to leave because I was burning too much. Yeah, their place. If you want like actual maths, go to them. I'm not a min-max, so I'm not trying to make the most like actually crazy build. I'm trying to share stuff that I think's cool and interesting. So there's a bit of min-maxy kind of elements there, but I don't go that deep system. I'm much more into creativity and exploration than pure maths. So yeah. So my intention is not to make the most broken character ever to like ruin a DM's day and like win, because I am the DM and I understand that you can't. The only way to win D&D is to have fun, and if everyone's having fun, you're winning. So yeah, that's my. I really hope that I don't actually. I really hope there aren't DMs who haven't actually set by my content. I like at the very least players have enjoyed it. I hope. But yeah, I think I'll call it there, because it is nearly midnight here, and I do have to eat and I do have to sleep. But thanks so much for joining, everyone. Thanks so much to everyone who donated. That was crazy. I was not I didn't even know we had that set up. So That's cool. Yeah, I can't believe that. Next time we do this, I'll find a way. I know there is a way to set up a charity. We'll try and find like a charity, maybe like an animal welfare charity, or maybe something for like gaming for people who need it. I'm sure there's a charity that like brings games to people in hospital or people who have suffered debilitating like physical. Kind of like they work on ways to get those people gaming. I think that would be a great charity. But yeah, we'll do something like that for next time because you like that's way too much. $50, $100. We should be putting that some real good. But yep, this was thanks for being here with me, guys. While I feel, like I'm gonna be sick all the time. This was a lot more fun than just being ill. I should do this more often, and I really appreciate you guys for hopping in. And yeah, I'll see you all very soon. And remember to be. I feel like I need to say something epic, like remember to take care of yourselves. Because I appreciate every one of you for your support. So I hope you remember to appreciate yourselves too, and be nice and forgiving of yourself, and remember that you're cool and that you're unique and awesome and special, and that you're worthy of support, and you crush whatever your goals are next, because you deserve to. Yeah, and I guess I'm saying this because I put up a post the other day as a joke. It was a joke post. It was like, "What's your real life dump stat?" And I got a lot of very serious comments. People talking about like the shit going on in their lives. And it kind of made me, I hope no matter where you are that you're doing okay. If you're not doing okay right now, that it gets better, and I'm sure it will. But anyway, have a great night, everyone. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you all very soon. I've got a video coming out on Wednesday, which I'm gonna edit tomorrow, whether I feel ill or not.